we did it. This episode marks the very end of our 6th season of running this YouTube channel. Season 6 saw the introduction of new shows like Dr. Josh, Ridiculous Reviews, and Margins, as well as the return of long-running shows like our various movie review shows and Cinema Cemetery. Well, how'd it go? It was terrible. Then pretty decent. Then terrible. Then amazing. Oh, you wanted specifics. Okay, fine. But for some reason, YouTube just kinda stopped showing our videos to new people in 2020, so growth really slowed to an absolute crawl, but fortunately, Reddit exists, and boy did they end up saving us. Our Cinema Cemetery episode about VFX unions gave us a little bit of a boost because of activity on Reddit. Then later, our In the Margins of Black Christmas episode kinda took off a little bit there as well. But oh boy, we were not prepared for the massive spike of both subscribers and viewers for our In the Margins of A Nightmare on Elm Street episode. By the way, if you've discovered us because of any of those videos, hello, welcome. And then to close out our 6th season, the horror website Bloody Disgusting ran an article about our In the Margins of A Nightmare on Elm Street episode, which kind of blew me away. I didn't know they were gonna do that. I found it just because I frequent their website and love the kind of articles that they write. So not only was that a huge deal to me personally, but it brought a ton of new people to the channel. It really was the best possible note to end season 6 on for me personally. But our 6th season wasn't just composed of Cinema Cemetery and Margins episodes. I released 2 short films this season, the spooky live action short, A Calling, and the animated comedic micro short, Cracked Up. If you haven't seen those yet, definitely go check them out. Put a lot of love into both of them. Unfortunately, many of this year's new shows just didn't get enough views to justify continuing with the format. Dr. Josh, the show where I break down VFX and animation techniques, really underperformed and took a lot of time and effort to produce. Ridiculous Reviews never found an audience either. That's another one that required a lot of work to make, and no audience really showed up for it. From a certain point of view, it is a little depressing that the videos which got the most audience and traffic have been the Margins episodes, which, let's face it, they are probably the lowest effort content we produce. Not to say I don't find them interesting or fascinating, I mean, there's a reason I make them. That being said, if people are coming to the channel for the Margins edits and they stay for the rest of the things that I'm making on, the things I'm really artistically and creatively passionate about, that's kind of great. Here are the top 5 videos released in our 6th season. So this is what everyone seemed to really respond to. In first place, surprising no one, In the Margins of A Nightmare on Elm Street. In second place, surprising no one, In the Margins of Black Christmas. In third place, our Cinema Cemetery episode called Why Are There No VFX Unions? Digging into the sordid history of VFX unions, how they've been thwarted in the past, and why maybe they're necessary. In fourth place, In the Margins of Halloween. And in fifth place, when I wrote these episodes, I did not see this episode getting that many views in my head. Like, I thought maybe I was the only person in the planet who is absolutely transfixed by this subject matter, but here it is, the Cinema Cemetery episode, We Need to Talk About the Lisa Frank Movie. It is a live action, VFX heavy film, supposedly still being made. If you want more info on that, you definitely check out that episode. It's a little wild. So yeah, the whole list is essentially mostly Margins and a little bit of Cinema Cemetery, which is kind of strange because in our next season, season 7, Cinema Cemetery's not coming back. Margins is. We have a ton of Margins episodes, just kind of stripping all the characters out of movies that maybe you've seen a million times, maybe you've never seen. Just taking what remains, then arranging the majority of that to a track from the soundtrack to create kind of like a crazy little mood piece for the film to see what kind of visual themes emerge once you've removed all the characters from a movie. Fun little experiment. We have a lot of them planned for next year. Some interesting additions being the original Back to the Future and Interstellar. But of course, yeah, we'll be doing some more horror stuff for those of you who are there for that, so. But let's talk about season 7. Now, when I started planning the upcoming season 7, it was with the intention of releasing 2 whole videos a week. That's right. Season 6 was 1 video a week, so this would be doubling that. And then COVID happened and my screenwriting career kind of started heating up a little bit. My time and energy are so low right now. As often happens, my plans have changed. Now, season 7 kicks off May 7th, 2021 and runs all the way through April 22nd, 2022. It's going to be roughly 3 episodes a month. They'll release on Fridays at noon Pacific time. We're gonna have several new short films. We're also gonna have a new movie review show called Exhumed. Kind of an interesting format and idea, so more information on that later. Our interview show Creature Bites will be coming back, featuring all new interviews with professional artists, and of course, Margins will be returning. As of when I'm filming this right now, Season 7 is pretty much shot, edited, and ready to be uploaded. It's ready to go. I really hope you enjoy the videos this year. If you're interested in kind of digging more into who I am as a person, who my wife Katie is, how we're doing and things like that, I definitely recommend signing up for our monthly email newsletter. You can do that on our website, thehungrycreatures.com. It also provides a sneak peek as to when exactly what episodes are coming out and more of an inside scoop on what we're working on for the future, both professionally and for the channel. Thank you so much for allowing us to be a part of your day. I hope 2021 is a good year for everyone. I think we've earned it.
Hey, thanks for watching that video. If you liked what you saw, give us a like. If you didn't, don't. Head on over to thehungrycreatures.com for more episodes, short films, or to sign up for our free magazine. Catchphrase.